In my hand is a driver that is still arguably one of the best drivers around, one of the most forgiving drivers around, and yet it's 4 years old. So in my hand, I have the PING G410. Now this is the predecessor to the 425, which is a predecessor to the 430. So this is now 4 years old. This was released probably in and around 2019. But what you're getting with it is still a fantastic driver. You're still getting a movable weight. This is the plus version. So you're still getting a movable weight that you can actually move a lot more than you can on the 425 or the 430. You can proper put it back into the heel or right up into the toe. It looks just like the 425. So if you're a PING player, like, it looks like a PING. It's got the turbulators on the top. It's got this sort of framework on the back. It's a great looking driver. To be honest, it's really difficult to differentiate it from a 425. You know, there's slight differences, but you know what you're getting with this is a driver that is considerably cheaper now than a 430. Now the 430s, when they were released, were in and around £500. You can probably pick them up nearer to 400 now, but these online and on Golf Bidder are going for a damn sight cheaper. So do you actually need to be getting these new drivers, or can you just get something that's 4 years old? Apart from that last shot, I've never really hit a 410. I've hit the 425, I've had it in the bag for a long time. Absolutely love the 425. And this, it looks just the same. It really does just feel and look exactly the same, but if anything, it sounds better than the 425, because the 425 is horrendous. Now, arguably the 425 and the 430 are more forgiving. They've got more MOI in them, they've got advancements in that technology, so it's going to be more forgiving. But is the average person actually really going to notice that? It's just so good. Nice and high, straight down the middle, great drive. And I love the sound of it. Now this is a 10.5 degree. It's, you know, it's a little bit higher than what I would use, but it's still a great driver to be able to test. Especially if you're someone who is looking for a PING, but doesn't want to pay like in excess of £300 for a driver, which you're probably still going to pay for a 425, especially if it's a new, sort of a newer version of it, not one that's been beat up and used for years and years. But these on Golf Bidder are a lot cheaper on any second-hand site, not just Golf Bidder. But is it worth, in 2023, buying a PING G410? Are you getting the same feels, the same looks, and the same forgiveness? It's just so easy to hit. They are on top of each other, absolutely on top of each other. Technology, forged face, which is what you expect from PING these days. You're getting that movable weight in this. It's a titanium whole head, so there's no carbon on it, so you do get a nice ting off the face when you hit it, not that carbony thud that you can sometimes get. And let's be honest, looks wise, it's not even dated. It's not like it's aged badly. It's not like it's it's not like it's suddenly become a grandparent and it's got like bad looks. If this got released this year, people would shout about it. They'd be like, looks great, what an improvement, what a look, PING have done it again. Yeah, it's 4 years old, and that can't be said for all the brands when it comes to aged drivers. It's just so easy. Now that, zoom in over there, and then that one's just slightly left. But for 3 drives, that is not a bad dispersion. I would take that all day, especially with some of the drives that I can produce. That kind of dispersion I would 100% take. Now don't get me wrong, I love testing new clubs. I love testing the advancements in technology. I love testing their theories, their marketing, their tech. But on the flip side, I also like testing the older equipment against it to see if it's worth buying it for you, because golf is expensive. So if there are cheaper options for you, I'm going to test it and give you my opinion on it. Now, I'm not saying my opinion's gospel or anything like that, but you know, so far from what I've tested with this, if I was in the market for a new driver and I didn't already have my 425 and I wanted to go Ping for that extra forgiveness, I'd be buying this. Right, 8th hole here at Whitsun Bay is a tight driving hole. In the summer, this course toughens up. The rough is long, it comes fluffy, a bit like playing Bethpage. It's like you lose your ball in the rough. So, can I find a fairway? Not if you put a swing on it like that. Doesn't matter what the driver is, you swing it like a donkey, it's going right. If you leave that face wide open. Sadly, no driver in the world is going to save that driver swing. That's more like it. Nice easy swing, centre of the fairway, just slightly going to the right. Yeah, it's just, it really is. You don't have to swing at it. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. It's just a really pleasant club to hit. And like I said, it actually looks fantastic. There is no reason in the world why you can't have this in 2023 and still feel like you have an up-to-date brand new golf club. So a quick look on Golf Bidder. £208.99 starting from. Now that's obviously going to be condition dependent. There's going to be some that are pretty beat up, some that aren't, but for £208 for a pretty good Ping driver, I think it's a bit of a bargain, to be honest. Certainly an option if you're, if you're price conscious, because £400 to £500 for a new driver is actually a lot of money. And if I think about where I was when I was sort of in my late teens, maybe early 20s handicap, I probably could have played this and had a G430 and not told the difference, but saved myself about £300 by not buying the latest, greatest thing. And I think unless you're an elite player or, low single figures into plus figures, maybe a pro, you're going to struggle to really sort of feel and tell the difference between this and a 430, because as I hit them, I feel nothing between this and a 430. I think they sound very similar. The 425, miles apart when it comes to sound. That thing is just so loud, but this sounds as good as the 430. It's as if they did this, tested something with a 425, went nope, and went back to something like this when it comes to the sound. So all in all, I just think the 410 is a great driver. It is an absolutely superb driver that even in 2023 is up there with some of the best drivers that are available. Right, hardest driving hole on the course. Can we get one in play? Absolutely down the centre. Oh my word, you don't get much more centre than that. So what do you get? Forgiveness. Ping are always full of forgiveness. Great forgiveness, even on some of the horrific shots that I've just hit out there. And I've just realised this is set up with the face open, and I should have probably tested that before I started hitting it, but that's probably why I've lost it to the right a bit. But that brings me on to adjustability. You are getting loads of adjustability on this. You can put it up in loft, down in loft, you can put it flatter, so you can sort of negate the left a little bit. Lots of options when it comes to like the options within the sort of hosel. As usual, shafts, you get loads of shaft options. This is a little bit light for me, but it's unfortunately all that we had in the office. So adjustability at the back, so you can really dial in like the draw settings or the fade settings depending on what you sort of want it for. And it looks superb. For me, the 410 is still pound for pound as in pound and pound, not weight pound for pound, the most forgiving driver you can buy. Forgiveness per pound, and there's a lot of pounds in there, but you know what I'm getting at. If you're on a budget, you want a forgiving driver, looks superb, feels superb, then 410 it is. Anyway, I hope you like that video, and if you have, please do drop it a like, and as usual, if you're not yet subscribed, which a lot of you aren't, please hit my logo that's on the side there. That will take you to be able to subscribe to my channel and will help the channel grow, and it will also keep you notified of any videos that I release in the future. I'm going to go and play some golf on this beautiful day, and I'll see you all very, very soon.